this way.
Hi YouTubers, it is Coyote Lovely again. This week I am going to be doing an awful lot of Minecraft because it requires very little editing on my part, and that's a bonus this week for me. Usually I don't mind the editing process, it's a lot of fun actually, but and I'm learning a lot about it, like I'm getting a little better every day, and maybe that's kind of the point, right? But I am doing this because of the Enderman last video, and I need extra 2 blocks. See, now we have a safety zone. Safety zone. Anyway, so I usually like editing, and I'm learning a lot about editing while I'm doing it. I'm kind of a learn-on-the-jobber for the most part. But this week is a really, really busy week for me, and so I just don't have time to edit. Anyway, so I figured I'd play a couple of videos tonight, and then I'll get them up today and Wednesday. I don't think anything is going to happen on Friday this week, because of how busy I'm going to be and where I'm going to be and that kind of thing, and I just don't have time to get stuff together on Friday. That being said, it'll only be for this week. I just need to get my stuff together, so... Anyway, So YouTube, how are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Honestly, I'm curious. If you have anything you want to share with the world, please feel free to comment on the channel below. Tachyon and I sat down and watched the Daisy video together, because he hadn't seen it after I'd edited it, so, you know, he was curious to see what I had done with it. He was laughing at himself. He was actually laughing at the Cockney rhyming slang. He didn't realize he'd used it because he can use it around me because I'm so accustomed to him saying Cockney rhyming slang stuff, and I'll just ask him if I don't understand one. But he kind of forgot that, like, nobody I know is British except for him and his friends. So there was really just kind of a funny, cute little thing with him using Cockney rhyming slang. And if you haven't watched the video, please go do. His accent is so charming. I think you'll really enjoy it. And I mean, obviously I'm gushing because, you know, because he's my love, so. But, at any rate, wow, this is just getting loud music, isn't it? At any rate, so here we are. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, please feel free to go ahead and watch it, because it is super fun, and, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm messing with stuff. There we go. I'm messing with all sorts of things. This could be interesting. I could be listening to this in like 10 minutes and being like, ooh, terrible. Anyway, if you haven't seen the Daisy video, please go ahead and watch it. We're both really not the kind of people... Well, I'm a huge swearer, but he's not a big swearer, so it's relatively safe. There's not a lot of, like, gushing blood or anything like that. It's just he and I yammering back and forth. I edited out, which is very unusual, because I don't usually edit videos. I edited out all the boring parts. I say boring lightly, because they're not boring to me, per se, but I think that, like, listening to the two of us talk about what we found in a garage is probably not the most exciting TV. Literally, it's he and I going, oh, I found a pair of boots over here, do you want them? Or, you know, we found this thing, do you need it? Like, I mean, back and forth for, like, you know, quite a bit of time. I think that particular, the Daisy video that's up right now, I think that particular video was cut down from, I'm gonna say like an hour's worth of footage, because some of it was literally just us running circles around the area looking for new things to kill. So, I tried to keep in all the shooting, if there was ever, like, well, with the exception of me misfiring the gun, like, twice. I tried to keep all the shooting in, and I tried to keep in all of the, ooh, oh, we're out. Well, that's that then, huh? I tried to keep all the shooting in, and I tried to keep in anything that was, like, any conversation parts that were funny. You know, that were us just kind of, like, you know, bantering more comically. But, you know, and I'm trying to keep the essence of the story, because there are some overarchingly funny things that happened. You know, if you take in the whole series. Namely, there's something I find in the very beginning of the video, the first video, and I ask him if we're gonna need it, and he doesn't exactly say yes, though he does agree that it is a useful item, And so I don't pick it up, and this turns out to be a very bad thing later on. So, spoiler alert. We haven't yet gotten to the point where it's bad, but you'll see what I mean later. This is bad news, isn't it? This isn't going where we want it to go. Let's see if that helps. Let's see if it'll go this way. I'm doing laundry. It sounds like my washer's about to, like, come unhinged or something. I have this really tiny washer and dryer. They're awesome, actually. Like, I have no complaints. And they're stacked, so the dryer's on top of the washer. It takes up very little space. But, like, I'm a little concerned right now. Because it literally kind of sounds like my washer's about to, like, kill itself. I did kind of shove a lot of clothes in there because, you know, I've only had enough laundry soap for one wash. But day in the life of very exciting, you know, coyote living here. Woohoo! My life is, this is, I mean, it doesn't get better than this, does it? So, anyway, now that I'm done making fun of myself. Okay, that sounds slightly better. I think the problem is that I have the door open, so you're probably catching it through the microphone at the moment, and that's fairly unusual. I don't usually leave the door open to the laundry area, but I'm like kind of in a rush this week to get everything together, so I wasn't really paying that close of attention, to be honest. That's what I wanted to get rid of. We can dump this stuff over here. Orange clay. Normal clay. More normal clay. Yet more normal clay. Dirt. Let's drop off like a full stack of that, and we'll convert the rest of this into sticks. And okay, well, it just ramped down. It didn't blow up, so that's a step in the right direction, right? Oh, I think the stuff is downstairs. Okay. You know, it might also be a nice thing to do today. Maybe we should do some fishing. I haven't fished in a while. I've kind of forgotten this was down here. To be honest. Okay. That's everything down here. I mean, not like, I feel like I'm kind of silly for hiding all of the, oh, that was exciting. I feel kind of silly for hiding the door, like it's, like, there are other people that are going to walk onto the server and come try to find stuff. Like, this isn't even on a server, it's just, you know, being hosted locally on my own computer. So, but old habits die hard. I'm always thinking of those things, regardless of needing to. So, what can I say? Anyway. So, Daisy was a lot of fun. Actually, I think I just have fun, like, playing games with my boyfriend. It's just a lot of fun to play with, so. And I mean that in the least awkward way possible. Yeah, anyway. It's a pity, that I can't play with him more on here, and it's predominantly because every time we try to play Minecraft together, the servers, because we're so far apart... Oh, derp. Derp, 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 derp. The servers are so far apart because, you know, he's obviously across the pond, that, one of us gets, like, gigantic lag, and splitting the difference doesn't help. So there are sometimes that, like, playing together is really just not the most feasible thing I have ever heard of in my entire life. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it is what it is. So someday we'll be together, and it'll be great. So here's a funny one, since you know, since I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and ramble today for, oh hey, more tree. I'm gonna just kind of go ahead and ramble here for a little while. So Tachyon and I met online. We have, like, your quintessential, like, geeky romance, and we met actually playing World of Warcraft. And the comedy of this, the reason it's so funny to me, is because we were playing, like, ages and ages ago. I did the math the other day, and I think we've known each other for nigh on a decade at this point. We knew each other for a while. We were playing on the Alliance side, and before anybody, like, goes down to the comments and, like, boo hiss, the Horde is better, you know, please reserve your judgment for, like, 5 seconds. But anyway, we were playing on the Alliance side together, and we lost touch just, you know, by by normal course of life and things like that. And I was kind of like sad about losing touch with him because I really enjoyed like talking to him. And you know, but life went on. Like, you know, I'm not gonna sit down and like cry or anything like that. And years later, literally years later, totally at random, we were sitting around on the Horde side on a completely different server, and I was playing under my real name. I was playing the game under my real name because my real name is actually kind of like fun and unique, and I thought it would just make a great elf name. And so I'm playing under my real name, and he recognizes it because obviously he knew what my real name was. Aha. That was the key. Look at that. He knew what my real name was, and so he's like, you wouldn't happen to be like so-and-so from this other server, right? And I was like, yeah, who's asking? And then he was like, oh, it's me. And he told me, you know, his character's name, and, you know, we caught up, and sometime later, you know, we started seeing each other again, you know, as much as two people who live, you know, thousands of miles apart can actually see each other. But, so we started to see each other again, oh, ouch, at that point, and we've been together ever since, and I have no regrets. It's kind of an odd relationship, I suppose, but... you know, all things being equal, I really enjoy... Yep, that was a bad idea. All things being equal, I really enjoy being with him, so... And he's very clever. If you've watched any of the videos, you know how funny and intelligent he is, and that's part of my, like, adoration for him. And, I don't know. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's an odd relationship, and it works for me. So... We're currently trying to work out the, you know, obviously we both need to be in the same country at some point in our lives scenario. But that is a little bit more difficult than it sounds, and for anybody who is currently complaining about immigration reform, just know that I would love to see immigration reform come to pass, and this is predominantly why. So, I may get some hate mail in my box for that one, and I don't mind taking the hate mail for that, so... it is way more difficult than it needs to be, and, I mean, really, we're kind of not running out of space here, guys. So, and I live in a very crowded area, so I speak with, you know, I speak with authority. But, all being equal, we'll figure it out one of these days. We're both dedicated and intelligent individuals, so, not to toot my own horn, but, so I'm okay with that. It'll work, eventually, somehow, which is fine. But yeah, so that's how we met. We met on World of Warcraft. And I think he's always been, not even secretly, but just kind of like just happy that he ended up with a gamer girl. He's a huge gamer. He's got a lot of really awesome like knowledge about very different things, and I love picking his brain for, oh my goodness, this is just all sorts of bad. I love picking his brain for all sorts of random things, like, he actually has a really awesome knowledge of cars, which I am, like, the least intelligent car person that has ever walked this earth. And, he loves guns, which is really kind of strange to me. But not in, like a hunting sort of way, but, like, as a, these are beautiful machines sort of way. So, there's that, and, he's really... Like, it's really fun to kind of, like, listen to him talk about different things on that subject, even though it's not something that I'm like a huge, not like I'm like a huge gun person or anything like that. So that's always kind of fun, and, you know, we have a good time talking about, you know, gaming and writing, and we both like to RP and that kind of thing, so, you know, he's a clever writer, he's got a great sense of humor. So, this is obviously, like, the day that I'm just going to talk about how wonderful he is. So, there you go. I'm sure he's, like, dead embarrassed if he's listening right now. He's not the type to toot his own horn. So. But, yeah. So, there it is. Ow, ow. Oh, man, come on, really? What you made me do, Skelly? That is terrible. Yeah. Oh. I thought I saw something down here. Apparently I did. Yay. Oh, come on. Come on, grass, we can do it. We can totally do this. Let's go ahead and put up some lights over here. Never did kind of like adequately light this area. How about like that? Oh, hello. Die! Oh my gosh. How? For heaven's sakes. I will say that, like, I'm usually... How? I'm usually the kind that sleeps, during the nighttime, and then, you know, just keeps going during the day. But, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, we're just gonna hide back here for a second. Because that's just all sorts of terrible news right there. I'm usually the type that like sleeps and hides during the daytime. I don't usually like get out and fight all these things, but I realize emotionally that makes for absolutely horrid, you know, television. So I do this for you, YouTube. I hope you appreciate it. I'm getting us in all sorts of trouble. I'm about to blow up the front of the house again. I'm sure of it. That's like apparently 90% of what I do is just blow up the front of the house. Amazingly. Ugh, this is awful. This is awful. Okay, so that's something. This is harrowing and awful, and I know there's a creeper somewhere around here. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. Oh lordy. Well, I'll say this. At least if they have to come to the front door, they're getting bottlenecked. Come on. I know I saw a creeper out here. I know I saw a creeper out here. I know I saw a creeper out here. Where is the creeper? There he is. He kind of wandered off. He was like, forget all those people. Hello, Mr. Creeper. I would really prefer it if you didn't blow up my front door. I'm just gonna, like, toss that out there. I know that, like, creepers love to blow up my front door. But I'm gonna ask you really politely. Or stab you with a sword. One or the other. Nope, and here we go with my washer sounding like it wants to blow up again. We're gonna have to turn that off before the next video. Or at least shut the door. Which I may not do tonight. I may do it on Wednesday just so you can get a little bit of a different commentary on Wednesday. I'm sure I'm gonna be, like, in a charming amount of freak out mode on Wednesday, so that should be a lot of fun for everybody. I'm going out of town this weekend, and you know, that's just what the... I can just see that being really fun for everyone to listen to me, you know, have a cow. Anyway, ah! Oh my gosh, I've got to get my hands! Ah! Okay, there we go. Alright, the sun is rising, and somehow we managed to live through the evening. This is... I love these videos when I can't do anything. Okay. Hey, check it out. The grass is growing. That is a fantastic piece of information. We're going to go ahead and rip this stuff up because it is no longer necessary. I am very excited about getting this to some sort of, like down here and away, like, not all over the place up here. I'm going to leave... I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to leave these guys here for just now, because they can still spread in these directions, and that's really cool. Although I am going to take that one out and that one out, so that it has less chance to spread in a direction I don't want it to go. So, or don't need it to go, I guess is the better and more appropriate term. But look at this. We're actually going to get our little, like, oasis here. This is really exciting. I'm actually really excited about this. Let's go ahead and plant the rest of the dirt. I keep interchanging dirt and grass. I hope you guys know what I mean. I'm just, you know, I'm a little derpy. Forgive me. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll rip up this stuff. I'm just doing it a little at a time, that way I'm not chasing, like, water everywhere. And I am gonna go ahead and refill that exactly as it was, because I like the way the pool is shaped. Well, I think maybe I will. Yeah, just give it kind of a nice roundy edge there. Alright. Well, check it out, YouTube. We're all set to go. Everything is looking fantastic. I think I am going to pull this part out. But, you know, hey, the Mesa's coming along great. We're going to get our little oasis in. Hey, that's one check off the tick box there. One tick off the... whatever. Until next time, YouTube, thank you so much for joining us in the Mesa. Leave any questions below. You know, you want to see us do anything? You want to, you know... Gonna hurry up and start building, you know, whatever you need, just let me know. Thanks so much for joining us here in the Mesa, YouTube, and until next time, keep having fun.